Welcome back to the HSBC FEI World Cup Eventing Finals in Strzegom, southwest Poland. We're halfway through the exciting cross-country phase, and we're back with Andreas Dybowski for Germany. Now coming towards the end of the course, over the two angled brushes, and then on to the HSBC second water complex. This has been a copybook round so far by the German. Fifth overnight after dressage. He'll be posting a score. Will he be able to beat Ruth Edge's score? For America, my boy Bobby and Buck Davison. This combination third at the four-star Rolex three-day event back in April, and they haven't come all this way just for the beer. They'll be really trying. He's on the clock pretty good at the water. Jumps in there, my word, that's a sharp angle, and he pays the penalty. Oh my word, Buck Davison will be gutted. He just got his angles wrong there. He turned a bit early, jumped to the right over the second element of the bounce, and he had such an acute angle because this is a really honest, good horse, this my boy Bobby, and he just couldn't work out the puzzle. So 20 penalties, now here we see it again. There you are, you see, he jumped to the right a bit, so Buck took a bit of a risk, tried to take it a sort of 45-degree angle, didn't quite have his stride right, and the horse said, "I'm sorry, Dad, I can't." So back with Andreas Dybowski. Now watch the clock. 2 fences to go. It's time penalties from here on in. Ruth Edge's score is 44 dead. So he can afford to be about 10 seconds over, but he's going to be a little bit more. Oh, well, 44.8 is his score. 0.8 behind Ruth Edge. Goes into second. Well, there's a famous face for you in eventing. Mark Todd, the great double Olympic champion Mark Todd, on Gandalf. He's made this dramatic comeback. He went to the Olympics in Hong Kong on this little 11-year-old New Zealand bred, finished 17th, and now trying to take the World Cup eventing title. Todd and Donkers. Gazelle de la Brasserie, well, this combination led after the dressage of this year's badminton, but this mare isn't the quickest across the country, but beautifully through that combination there. So Mark coming to fence 5, where dramatically Oliver Townend and Flint Curtis had their drama with the shoe, which went flying, which resulted in them tipping up on the flat. Glad to say that Flint Curtis none the worse for his slip-up. But all the riders will be just a bit careful now around that corner as we whip on now to fence 8. 4 strides here. Nicely ridden. Oh, he's such a strong rider. Because this horse has not been quite at his best this year. He really dug his toes in Tattersalls at the World Cup qualifier there in Ireland and was eliminated. Now, Todd and Donkers coming to the end of the course. Where's the clock? We'll see that in a minute. And I'm sure she's going to have time penalties because she's not flying. But this mare, yeah, you are, you see, already nearly 3/4 of a minute over the time. That's expensive. But another good, safe round by this good mare. But she won't be vying for top honours. Oh, I say, Mark Todd really up on the clock here. This is a great time. 3:55 here. He is bang on target. The maestro is really trying. Right. Brilliant. Such strong. He's so strong with his legs. He is flying. Now in the start box, Michael Jung, La Biostatique Sam. Good dressage score, 35.6, right there in the mix. And he also is quick across the country. Brilliant at Le Moulin earlier this year, this horse. Absolutely copybook he was. So can he really get close to this 7 minutes 15? Mark Todd now coming down to the 2 angled brushes, the Hong Kong brushes, very similar to the brushes they had at the end of the course in Hong Kong. He's jumped these sort of fences once, so shouldn't present too much of a fright. Well, could you believe it? And I'm afraid to say that that was really ungenuine of Gandalf there. If we see it again. Poor Mark Todd, he didn't do anything wrong. He set the horse up, lovely stride, it said no. Just ducked out. Well, he'll be gutted because he was right on song there. They're talking to Wayne Roycroft. But Mark is so philosophical. He'll just shake his head and get on with life. Back to Michael Jung. Coming to fence 6. It's fence 7, I beg your pardon. At the top of the hill. Now down to this first serious question. 4 strides down the hill, no bother at all. I just love the way this horse goes. He just takes, just so smooth. Gets into a rhythm, takes the fences in his stride. Wayne Roycroft, the Australian team manager, and there's his man, Clayton Fredericks, just about to start, but he really was impressed when he saw La Biestatique Sam for the first time. But this man is nothing but a true trier. He's already a double winner of the World Cup with this lovely horse, been a long time, and he will be trying. He's right there in third after the dressage. He's already seen Oliver Townend crash out, so what an opportunity. Now Jung at fence 11, 4 strides, brilliant, so quick through there. That was magnificent riding by the young German. Now onto the water, 3:55, good time. Yeah, very good time, almost identical to Mark Todd. Turns now to this bounce, just have to get your line right there. But I remember seeing him jump a really difficult combination in the arena of Lamoulan where he had to turn really sharp left. He was about the only rider in the day to do it. This horse is so biddable. Clayton Fredericks now, fence 5 up the hill. That's ridden nicely all day. This horse has got a very light action. Although we've had overnight rain, it's still quick ground, but it's just had the sting taken out of it, so the horses can really gallop on it. Now, Michael Jung at the second water complex. 1, 2, 3 forward strides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Loses an overreached boot, but never mind. He is flying. Absolutely flying. As Clayton jumps fence 10, and that is 6 foot wide, that table. You can lie on it and your feet and your head don't go over the side. It was enormous, but these horses make nothing of those wide fences. Now to this difficult technical question on the bank. 2 strides forward, 1, 2, 3, 4. He took 5, but he took a slightly wider angle. Again, brilliantly ridden. Just set the horse up for 5. Now, round the back of the arena goes Michael Jung. He's just got 3 to go, and he is still flying, and this horse is really covering the ground. Ears back, he's trying his heart out. Let's wait for the clock. What is it going to tell us? Oh, not even 7 minutes yet. Maybe he's going to get inside the time. This will be the first. This horse is going to take the lead, that's without doubt. He's really putting the pedal down to the last. Hasn't taken a pull. And there we go. Just 2 seconds over. 0.8 to add. What a magnificent round. 36.4 by the young German rider on this 9-year-old. Brilliant performance by the German into the lead. So, Clayton now. Oh, well, he's great at the water. Look, 33 minutes 57. That's right on target. He'll have his stopwatch on his arm. He'll know his points where he's got to be. They know exactly where they've got to be at what time. Pops over that really neatly. But this horse is his first major outing of the season. Will he have just that edge to get home? Close enough to Michael Jung's to take the lead. We'll see. As shot there of Air Jordan and Frank Ostalt waiting in the start box. It's really hotting up here. This is the meat of this competition now. Clayton goes inside the beer barrels there, just cuts a second or 2 off the time, and now we see a slow motion of him at the water, turning right-handed. Great riding. The horse just flicks over slightly to the left, but perfect. Frank Ostalt, Air Jordan. And he will be so determined, Frank. He wants to put that aberration at Lamoulan earlier in the year behind him when they came to the second water complex. They were flying, they were going to take the lead, and for some reason he and Air Jordan got their wires crossed. So, coming on down to the Hong Kong double of hedges, Clayton Fredericks still going well. Just setting him up. He saw what happened to Mark Todd, so he doesn't want to make the same mistake. Flicks through there. This horse wastes no time over his fences. He's so quick in the air over his fences. He's quite careful there, but then pushes for 3 strides and then 5. Now Clayton, it's all about the clock for you. As Frank Ostalt goes up the hill at 5. This horse with much more rounded action you see in front. He's more knee-y in his action. His knees come up higher, so he pounds the ground more. But he's a marvellous, sound, durable horse, and he's been there many times. He knows his job. Just has had the odd moment where he's just down tools and said no, but he's still very good. Clayton Fredericks now, been a long time, round the arena, the back of the arena, back in there. He still seems to be flying, but can he now get home? I just think he's just labouring a touch. Now Clayton, where's the clock? You are 10 seconds down on Michael Jung. This is going to be tight. My word, this is going to be tight. He can't really afford to be more than 10 seconds more than Michael Jung, who was 7:17. It's close, but it's not close enough. Not quite. Not quite for the reigning champion. 37 is his time. 0.6 of a mark behind Michael Jung. My word, this is exciting. Frank Ostalt, he's brilliant on the clock at the water. Probably quicker than anybody. And brilliantly through there. Got a long one on the way out. Air Jordan said, leave it to me, Dad. I know what I'm doing. Ah, my word, this is great stuff. This crowd have been entertained brilliantly. They've seen some brilliant riding this afternoon by these great riders. A truly international competition. Well, he comes to the beer garden and he goes to the left of the barrels. Probably not much to be saved as we see the very last on the cross-country course going. This is Pavel Swiatek and Vidius for Poland. Poland not had a great afternoon across the country, so the crowd will be hoping that their man can put in a good performance. Oh dear, somebody's had a ducking. It's Irvin Leroux for France, and this is what happened. Just caught a leg and fired him into the water. Poor Irvin, but happily everybody's okay. And they live to fight another day. So back with Frank Ostalt, really putting on the brakes as he comes round the corner to the Hong Kong double of hedges. Pops in nicely, beautifully through there. This old horse is on song. Now to that water complex. Beautifully in, forward 3 strides, lovely. Brilliant by the German ace. Now, it's all about the clock, surely, because this horse is far too experienced to throw it away now. We hope, as Pavel Swiatek comes to 18. Caused a fair few problems, this combination today. That's a big fence, that out. And he jumped it really well and now turns left-handed to what is an enormous fence. This double oxer over the ditch. But it's big and it's inviting, nice big rails. And all the horses jumped this really well all day. Just sailed into it there. Ferrio's probably not as quick as Air Jordan, who now comes to the second last. And there's the clock. He's going well. I think he's going to go into the lead. 3 strides, that's good. The flag goes, but he's all right. He went inside the flag. Just the last. Just the last for Air Jordan and Frank Ostalt. And we have a new leader. My goodness me, this has been exciting cross-country. But Frank Ostalt goes into the lead on Air Jordan. He realises it. He punches the air. My word, that was a great piece of riding by the German rider. As the last on the course, Pavel Swiatek comes to the water. Now you see he just took 4 strides, so just loses a little bit of momentum and that loses time, but the crowd are cheering their man. They've got something to cheer about as he comes to the end of the course. He's already got time penalties, but he's still clear. and he's giving his home crowd a great ending to a great afternoon sport. 1 to go, and he's over, and they love it. They love it. It's been a terrific afternoon's cross country, and the final rider is home. That's Paweł Spisak of Poland, and whilst he finished, I managed to grab a word with the overnight leader. Well done, overnight leader. How was
Thank
that?
you very much. It is fantastic. It is very, very brilliant. I mean, I have an amazing horse. He's so good and so experienced now, and he's unbelievable. He's 14 years old, and like a good wine, he gets better and better. Of course, I was very, very upset after Lumülen. I was all in the lead after dressage, and had this stupid stop in the last water where we both, he didn't understood the question there. It was a little bit because I was not 100% enough on an angle into the water, and of course then it was here very, very important for me to show him again that he is still there, and he's amazing. I think we did it fantastic.
So, at the end of a dramatic day's cross-country action, Germany are first and second with Frank Ostalt just ahead of Michael Jung, who had moved ominously through the field, with defending champion Clayton Fredericks hanging on grimly to his title in third. There's less than the show jump fence in it, so Sunday's action promises to be a fitting climax to this HSBC FEI World Cup eventing final. Stay with us for the show jumping action after the break.